Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Phins Show. I am your host, Miss Phins. Thank you. Good morning. Thank God. It's Friday. Thank you guys for coming in. Please do me a favor, hit that like button. Hit the like button today. We're about to have some fun, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hit that like button. So today, so you guys know, I'm gonna give you some NFL updates. We're gonna do a mock draft, but we're gonna do it differently. I'm gonna do the top three rounds, but I'm gonna do one first. That's gonna be all offense, and then we're gonna redo it, and it's gonna be all defense. What I mean by that means that the first three rounds, whether we trade back or whatever, it's going to be nothing but offensive players. Let's see, can we maximize that side by getting the best players we possibly can in the positions we need in those top three rounds? And then we're going to flip that puppy over, and then we're going to do it for the defense and try to maximize that as well. Why? Well, why not? I mean, let's be honest. At the end of the day, one thing I feel very confident is that whoever we bring in for Weaver's going to be able to maximize that player. I mean, he's shown us time and time again that he already can. So I'm here for it. What's up, Aquavision? Welcome. Good morning, Michael K. Thank you so much for coming through. Guys, do me a favor on your way in. Hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Let me go ahead and do this. Plus, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to work right now. Because it's Friday. It's a very beautiful Friday. Today, I'm going to let you guys come up here. Yeah. You guys come up here, do this. I mean, we always do it together anyways. I just ask you guys. Y'all tell me. But today, if you can, you don't have to. Come up here. Come on down. The prize is right. And you tell me what you think and who you think we should be drafting. But again, it's going to be based on the two things that I just said. When we're doing the all offense, you got to give me all offense. You know what I mean? When we're doing the all defense, you got to give me all defense. Now, if we have enough time, we'll switch it up and do a regular one. But I figured I wanted something different to change it up a bit. What's up, Nene in the building? Good morning, Nene. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. What's up, Timothy? Good morning. Miss Phins, that endings to the Bulls-Lakers game must have said, yeah, I caught the ending. That was awesome. See, if basketball was like that, man, I'd be watching every night. You know what I mean? That's what I miss about basketball. You know, it just seems like gimme games to me right now, you know? It's nothing exciting like, oh my God, these teams really got to go ahead and battle. You know, it's not just somebody's getting blown out by 40 and blowouts. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't matter the sport. I can't stand blowouts. I really can't. The only reason why I was okay with, you know, when we put up 70 points, but then I was pissed because I'm like, why wouldn't you go for the record? You're already there. No, we don't want to. Man, every other team would slam 100 points on you if they were already that close. We were right there. Moron. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't like blowouts, but that one I was okay with because I was actually there. I've never experienced anything like that. It was nuts. Man, that stadium went crazy, and that's That's the reason why, because I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe it's not be so bad. Maybe, just maybe. So yeah, I actually thought it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm like, okay, well, maybe, experiencing it in person. Yeah, that's awesome. But not what do you call it? Not when it's, just you just watch it. At least maybe that's just me. That's just me. Who else is in here? What's a three? Oh, that's right. 3 straight. Let's go. Real quick before we get to whatever. I have to say something. Jimmy Loser. How does that dunk taste in your face, boy? Yeah. Did you see the dunk Bam Adebayo put on that man? He literally did. I mean, poster. Hashtag poster. And you could clearly see his name on that jersey. Oh, my God. Whoever the photographer is, amazing. Amazing. Oh, my gosh. Absolutely amazing. I was so happy. What's up, Anthony? Welcome. Good morning. One of our awesome members. Man, Michelle, you and your husband have been supporting since the beginning. Thank you so much. I know you guys don't have to, but I wanted to just honestly say thank you. A lot of you guys since day one, man. You guys really you really don't understand how much I mean when I say you guys literally are keeping the lights on, man. So thank you. It may not seem like a lot. I know it's like $2-3 a month, but it always helps out. Thank you so much to all of the members, to all of the subscribers, everybody that shows their love. Thank you. Really do appreciate it so much, guys. More than you'll ever know. I'm telling you. Let's see. Let's continue with basketball. Miss Phins, South Carolina will win it all. I've been dealing with a lot in the last couple of days. Catch me up. Did LSU lose? Because last time I checked, they won. So isn't LSU already in the women's? Isn't LSU already in the 616? Right? And for the men's, speaking of B-ball, let's go Duke. And for the men, are the Dukies going to go ahead and get it this year? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I mean, he gave me okay. That's funny. You guys are too much. I don't know if South Carolina's going to win it, but I know Juju being down. Obviously, people think USC's chances are done if they didn't already lose. UConn's playing really good with Paige, so we'll see. Utah's playing really well with Paige, so we got to do it. What's up, Chef Jew in the building? Thank you, Chef Jew. Always supporting, man. Always being there. Appreciate you. I'm telling you. Appreciate you so much. Miss Fish, Cooper Flack to the Spurs. Forget it. He's going to be a Miami Heat. Watch. Anywho. But yeah, guys, like this, I don't like blowouts. It's boring. But games like that, Bulls, Lakers, mostly because I never liked the Lakers. I've never liked the Lakers. Mind you, I grew up watching, because my dad, Jordan, you know what I mean? So the Jordan Bulls, I never liked the Lakers. And then here comes Kobe, and I couldn't stand him. Oh, my God, I hated Kobe with a passion. And then growing up, my friends, I got a friend, oh, God, she was a diehard Kobe Lakers fan. It was so annoying going to school with her sometimes because I'm like, Kobe. I never liked Kobe until after he retired. then I had to step back and I'm like, man, that was a great career, and that's a great player right there. And then when I found out he stole all of, well, I kind of already knew. I didn't like him because of that, because he stole all of Mike's moves. Finding out, I still remember my dad telling me, hey, Kobe and Michael, they're friends. I'm like, no, they're not, Daddy. Because, when you're a kid, you don't really you don't believe things sometimes. No, they're not, Daddy. That's his mortal enemy. He's like, mm-mm. They're friends. That's not what it looked like. So, yep, that was me. What's up? Morning all. Welcome. Welcome, Lance. Welcome. If Flat goes to the Heat, I will be watching all those games. You must have gone to Duke, Michelle, or your husband. One of you must have gone to Duke. Or you just really love, is it Rick Pitino? No, Coach K used to be there. I remember that. Krasinski. So, yeah. Miss Fans, the reason why we're seeing more blowouts in the NBA the past few seasons is because the parity isn't hot. Plus, two, when you have no defense, because every time you look at a player, it's already a foul. What kind of cupcake leak this is? No wonder LeBron has scored 50,000 points playing in this garbage Eastern Conference that's nothing compared to what Michael had to go to. Never give me no LeBron is the GOAT debate ever again after that fake flop and him getting fined. Get the heck out of here. Nope, didn't go to Duke. I went to Pepperdine and hubby went to Rutgers. Okay, so you're just a basketball, like Duke basketball fan. I don't care about NBA since MJ retired for real. No, because I grew up watching the Jordan Bulls and the Miami Heat. So for me, I still always had the Heat. I still remember when we, Tim Hardaway and Alonzo Mourning, man, and having Shaq come in and D Wade when we drafted Wade, that was awesome. And then everything that happened was Miss Fans, LeBron's a great player, but I don't think he is as great as his cult followers him make him out to be. And says he would dominate in the air. And he said he would dominate in the air of that Michael was not in the era. Oh, okay. Let me tell you something right now. LeBron James would still be a really good player in Jordan's era. He'd be coming off the bench, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Those are real men. Real men. When you're going up against 5 Hall of Famers who then turn out to be the champs. And I don't mean these gimme like, oh, look, future Hall of Famer crap that they try to put on everybody nowadays. No. You don't just give out Hall of Famers, okay? Nowadays, they want to give this guy's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's gonna... No, stop. 5 real Hall of Famers in that Celtics team. Several Hall of Famers with those Pistons teams. The man was getting destroyed. Man, you know what he did? He put in work. Got gains, got bigger. And he said, nah, this stops here. The buck stops here. And that's it. Never turn back. Never turn back. So don't talk to me about, what's his name? That's real Heat coach, Zoe and Timmy. Yeah, oh my gosh. And then when we brought in White Chocolate, oh man. Birdman, Eddie Jones, of course, that was a little more closer, a little a little past Alonso, but like, man, Berman, one of the best players I've ever seen play. Man, that guy was dominant. Miss Fitz, imagine Robin guarding Braun guy would literally cry. You don't even have to go that ham. LeBron James will come off the bench. Is what I'm trying to tell you. He would probably win 6 Man of the Year. Those Cavs teams back in the day. That's why it's not even. It's not even an argument. That's why I'm like, I gotta remind people, stop. Like, that's real grown man. Hall of Famers, not these watered down Hall of Famers. Real Hall of Famers. I'm telling you right now. Mm, mm, mm. Anyways, let's get into it, guys, because I want to get through these. I want to get through these all offense and all defense draft, and then I'll give the NFL update. So let me share my screen real quick. And again, I'm gonna need you guys' help. And if you can come up and you want to come up. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Yeah, Birdman was one of my favorite players. Yeah, man, watching Birdman. Oh God, that was awesome. Okay. So let's see here. Let's go Miami. Let me make it bigger because this is tiny. Okay, that's a little too big. We're gonna go Miami. I mean, yeah, well, Miami. We're the top 3 pre-draft, and we're gonna make it fast. Why fast? Okay, we could do it normal. Yeah, we could do it normal. Normal's fine because we're only doing 3. Oh, we're trying to get 3 though. That means we gotta move. We gotta move with pace. Okay. Shout out to Miss Phins. Haven't taped in a while. Hope all is well in Phins Nation. Oh, what's up, Vocal Bike? Welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. Thank you. Okay, so let me. I was like, where is this? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be able to see everything here. Let me try to. We have to take. I can't. We can't do this one. I see you, Anthony. Give me 1 second. I just want to set this up real quick. So we're doing the all offense. Don't talk to me about defense right now. This is the all offense. Okay, all offense mock draft. Let's see how this looks with the all offense mock draft. Let me make this puppy bigger. Why does it look like this? Okay, maybe I can go a little bigger. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, Anthony, I'm gonna bring you up for the second pick. Okay, give me a second here, and I got you. I think if Ray Allen played in today's NBA, he would break the 3-point record at least. Not even Ray Allen, dude. The greatest 3-point scorer of all time, 3-point shooter. Please put it in the comment section, because Ray Allen's definitely one of them. What's up, Mr. Puck in the building? Morning to everybody. Good morning. Remember, I'm bringing you in, but
it's Reggie Miller.
Thank you. You can stay. Thank you so much. The greatest 3-point scorer of all time is Reggie Miller. Period.
You know what it is? If I think it's recency bias because our generation really didn't. We didn't see Reggie till the end of his career
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
true.
like that. So I think that's why they say Ray is the greatest 3-point shooter of all time.
I put Ray out. Well, see, the thing is, there's so many assassins. You know what I mean? But personally, man, I saw Ray
Where
Allen.
do you rank? Where do you rank Steph?
People are not gonna like my ranking for Steph Curry. So as far as Reggie Miller, I still remember the game. The man scored 11 points in less than 9 seconds. I'd never seen that in my life. It was the most ridiculous. And he literally scored. I still remember he was practically 3 inches off the floor. And the man still scored that 3-pointer. Man,
Oh, I saw that highlight. I think it was in New York. Was that in New York?
honestly, I can't even tell you who the opponent was. All I know is, and I saw that not live, but like I saw it on TV, watching it with my dad. It's one of the greatest
And
3-point
this is what I
performances
can't stand
ever.
about our generation too, Miss Miss Fins. When it comes to when we talk about Larry Bird, they're like, this guy has no he is not athletic. He wouldn't last in this league. I'm like, Larry will destroy this league with the lack of fouls, basically.
They don't they don't know who Larry Bird is. I never watched Larry Bird, obviously, because I mean I don't even know when the man retired, if I was even born. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Larry Bird, they don't know who he is. That's all it is. They don't know who he is. Keep in mind, today's game, guys, have green light to shoot as many as they want. Yeah. But when you're getting real fouls, you don't have the luxury
And you
of
said it best. I think the lack of physicality in the game today
shooting that much.
hurt hurt hurts the game because of. And I said in the chat too. Um, the players basically control the referees. They can get the referees to call whatever fouls they want.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. So let me go ahead and do this, Anthony. Give me 1 second. Let me get through this first round, okay? I'm going to go ahead and mute you real quick. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen. We got the first all offense. Let's go ahead and get this puppy started. Bam. Let's see who gets taken. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, instantly getting what do you call it? Trade offers. Okay. The Colts trade offer, move back once, get a pick up a second, pick up a third and two. Okay, this one looks intriguing. Reject. Reject. Ooh. Okay. And then it's the third round. No. Okay, Anthony. Do we
Take it.
take this trade? Okay, good. Because I was gonna take it anyways, but just want to confirm. We're only moving one back. They took Laughlin. Okay. Oh, thank you. What's up, Andre? Welcome, welcome.
Is Tyler
Okay.
Warren available?
Who?
The tight end from Penn State,
I don't
or did
know.
he get drafted?
I think he already got drafted. So, okay, so we're doing all offense, right? So let's see who we got. The most important position we have that we need is quarterback, but no one's picking a quarterback. So let's go what we really need, which is it's gonna be guard, interior guard, or we can do tackle. Now, ooh, Membu or Calvin Banks. I've seen Calvin Banks be linked to
I like
us.
his teammate. I like Calvin's teammate a lot better, Cameron Williams, a little bit, because to me, Calvin's a guard in the NFL. Even though he's listed as a tackle, a lot of people worry about his feet, like his feet on the outside and stuff like that. So I would rather get a pure tackle not a guy who has to move into the guard position.
Okay, we're drafting Membo. Let's go then. I watched Bird and D. Wilkins, both real deal. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got our offensive tackle. Sorry, what am I talking about? No, we're not trading no more. And plus, this is to trade out of the second, and I'll try to look for a second one. A second. Okay, so now let's go for interior guard because that's the next thing we need. Gray Zabel. We went through last week. We talked about Gray Zabel. That's a good one. Maybe we can end up getting two because Jonas Avenea, I like him too. Tate Ratledge as well.
I like it. I like Tate's teammate better, Fairchild, but it's a
but I
reach
think
a little.
I think Sable, yeah. But right now, I think Sable might be the best pick. We do need it now because it's offense, right? Let's see who they got as tight end. Okay, no, Arroyo we can wait on. Guard. Let me see another offensive tackle. No, it's gonna have to be Zabel. Let's go ahead and draft Zabel. Okay. Ooh, another offer. No, I'm not trading my other second round pick. Get out of here. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's check out tight end. Is it still, would it be too early to pick him over here? Pick 48. Would we be
That's
picking?
11 picks. Yeah,
That's
it's
a
a little
little
bit too
high.
early.
Let's see. Okay. Let's take a
Go to
look at our
running back.
selections and let's see how many we got. Okay. So we got 3 more picks to pick here, and they all got to be offense. So let's
Can
go
you
back
look
to
at
the
running
place.
back?
Running back. Call. Okay. What about wide receiver? Let's check out the wide receiver.
We need a
Uh,
big body receiver.
yeah, we do. Keyshawn Judkin, Trayvon Henderson might be a good pickup here.
But for running back, go down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that we should wait for is at draft at 98 is Damian Martinez from Miami.
That's just because you're a Canes fan, dude.
Huh? No, he's a
That's
great
because
running back.
you're a Canes fan. Nah, I know he is,
Eh,
but I still think it's funny. I still think it's funny, so I'm still gonna say it.
What are the receivers available right
Let's
now?
take a look at the receivers real quick. Okay, wide receivers. You
But
got Luther Burden. You got Alec Ayomanor, Jaden Higgins, Trey Harris, Jack Beck, Jalen Knoll, Isaiah Bond, Jalen Rose. I know Xavier Restrepo, but he's like a later, in my opinion.
mm, I want Jaden Higgins.
Jaden Higgins. What do we think, chat? Should we get Jaden Higgins? Let's see. Okay, so we got running back, wide receiver. I almost feel like since we got pick 48, then we'll have ways before we get our last 2 picks. Which one do you think is a bigger priority, the running back position or the wide receiver
We
position?
need a physical running back, but we can draft. Like I said, we can draft Damian Martinez at 98.
This is pick 48. So because we made a trade and we trade back, we picked up pick 45. Now we got our own pick 48. Then we got pick 80 and pick 90. And remember, this is just the offensive draft that we're doing. Then the next one's going to be all defense in the top 3. So
Let's go with Higgins. I think
general consensus. What QB? Oh my God, they want another QB. Quinn Ewers, Will Howard. No, you're not.
no, they're a reach.
Yeah, Anthony is right. Running back Martinez. Yeah, but Martinez is too. That will be maybe pick 98, like you
98.
said. So in this case, Jaden Higgins it is.
That's the type of receiver we need, and the guy's fast. actually pretty fast.
Let's see what grade they gave us. It's a
He
B,
ran
it's a
a
solid B. So we got 80 and 98. Two more picks, guys, before we do our all defense. No. What is this? No. Reject. Not trading out of the top three. Okay. So now we got, and looky. Don't we need a tight end, guys?
but
Look at all the tight
but we
ends
need a
that are
tight end
available.
who's overall, and I like Elijah, but he's not really a blocker, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, look at this running back, Caleb Johnson, Iowa.
Can you look at the tight end position overall,
Yeah.
Miss Phins?
There you go.
We could save the tight end position for 98 too, and get the running back now.
You want to get Damien, who's 131 at 80?
No. Who are the running backs available?
Right here. Caleb Johnson, Dylan Sampson, Bayshul Tootin, Ollie Gordon II, Damian
Caleb
Martinez.
Johnson. Caleb. Let's go, Caleb.
Okay. And I think you have to almost no. You have to almost go. I'm just curious. Quinn Ewers is still there. Now let's see here. Okay, so we got an A. Let's go. So we got our offensive tackle. We got a guard. We got a wide receiver, running back. Should we go tight end? Because we do. Do we really need tight end though? I want to remind everybody, and I always do this because you
We
never
need a
know.
backup.
Well, we just picked up a guy. This is why I always do this. Show you guys. We just got a guy. We got John Smith, obviously, Julian Hill, Farrah Brown, and Tanner Connor. Do we still need a backup? For me, I like Gunnar Helm.
But we need an. But what? The issue with Gunnar is the same thing we have with O'Royal. They don't really block. They're more receivers.
Yeah,
so
I
we
know
need
he's a receiving tight end. Yeah.
We need a guy who can overall. The two guys I like are Terrence Ferguson from Oregon and go to tight end real quick. I'll tell you the guys I'm.
Look at him, backup QB here, Timothy. You really want a backup QB? We already got the backup QB, man.
Zach, honestly, I like Terrence Ferguson and Luke Latchy, or
yeah, from Iowa. That's a blocking tight end,
that's
but
a little bit of a reach right now.
Yeah, but we only got 3 spots, so if we're not gonna double up on the tackles or the guard position, which we can get another guard, but we already got the starting guard, then tight end is the position we need right now, and it's the last one, so we gotta go tight end. And
I like Mitchell Evans from Notre Dame. Actually,
I don't know how I feel about this, man. Okay, well, we gotta get going. So, guys, give me the tight end we want to pick up here. Which tight end do we want? Put in the
Mitchell
chat.
Evans fits what we need at tight end. He's a great a good receiver, and a great blocker.
While we're doing that, let's see what L Chat has to say. Sensu.
Crazy Dolphins has Gunnar Helm.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But I mean, I want to go to home because I just want another weapon, but we gotta see. Pharaoh Brown is a nasty blocking tight end. We need bodies, guys. We need bodies. But you know what? Since you're here, I appreciate you being here. Let's go Iowa, baby. Home of the greatest female basketball player of all time. Wow, look at that. D plus. That's all you. You own that D plus right there, man.
Sorry.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's fine. So we got. Oh, I know. Gunnar home. It's okay. We got Armand Membu, the offensive tackle out of Missouri. We got the guard Gray Zabel, the I don't know, North Dakota State. We got Jaden Higgins out of wide receiver out of Iowa State. We got Caleb Johnson, running back out of Iowa, and Luke Lachey, tight end out of Iowa. We went really Iowa heavy. North Dakota and Missouri. Wow, very Midwestern draft. Now that I come to think about it. But look, we got 2A pluses, 1A, a B, and a D plus. But you know, that's 100% you, sir. So yeah. You own that. You own that. Okay. Let me see. Now I want to go ahead and pull up the other draft, and it's gonna be all defense, guys. All defense. But we're gonna do what, top 3 rounds. Let me do it fast because I want to eventually do a regular one as well. So let's enter the draft. And oh gosh. Hold on. Nope. These ads, man, they are
Annoying.
strong. Let me just take this off real quick.
You want to be as realistic as possible. That's why you don't use the free for all setting.
The what?
Free for all means it's super random, and you can get sometimes you get the player that you want.
So you're saying that we should restart this?
No, it's too much. You're gonna have to deal with the ads.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know how to not do the free for all. So, but you know what? You're talking smack. So we're gonna do this again, and then we're gonna see what happens. It's still gonna be Miami.
Yeah, it's still gonna be the Dolphins.
Okay, 3. See, I've been picking standard. I haven't been picking free for all. So you want to go back on what you're saying?
Standard is more accurate to what actually happens. Free for all is
it automatically puts it standard. I haven't picked free for all at all.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's just stick with standard.
Okay, let's start this draft. Let's see who ends up getting picked. No, this is a horrible, horrible trade situation. What is going on here? Okay, this one's better. We moved back and pick up a 4th, but right now that doesn't do anything for me because we only got top 3 rounds. So we're going to end up picking at 13. Okay, this is the all defense, ladies and gentlemen. The all defense draft. Let's see what this puppy looks like.
Sorry, what did you ask?
No, I didn't ask. I was saying this is the all defense draft. So this is the one. So I'm just getting some feedback. So I'm gonna mute you. And go from there. Let's see. So we definitely need defensive tackle, guys. You know this. We need safeties. We need we could eventually get an edge linebacker. We need a starting corner. I don't care what anybody tells me. But defensive line for sure. Bring Kenneth Grant, baby. Let's go. Absolutely, Timothy. I agree with you 1000%. You got to go Kenneth Grant at that moment. No, reject this. Now let's see what else we can do.
Go to edge.
We're not picking an edge right now. This is no safety. We need a starting safety, and guess who's available for our 48th pick? This could be an even better. We get a safety, which we need a starting safety. We already got this. Edge.
Can you look at corner before?
Yeah, I would none. Trey Amos is available. Ooh, oh man, but we need a safety more than we need a corner. Right or no?
Cater's a slot. I like Cater, but he's a slot to me. We need a boundary.
Oh yeah, he's a nickelback.
Yeah, I'm between. I
Nickelback.
agree with you. I'm between Watts and Amos.
Amowaru was already taken, Mr. Polk. So we gotta go based on what's available. Xavier Watts is available. I like him a lot. Trey Amos. Timothy says Trey Amos. We need a corner. Definitely not picking edge. Linebacker, no. It's gonna be one of these two, so guys, talk to
Wow,
me.
this is hard. I like Watts, but we need a corner more than we need the safety, to be honest.
We need a corner more than we need a safety. Well, let's take a look at that. We got Storm Duck, Cam Smith, Isaiah Johnson. We got Jalen Ramsey, Ethan Bonner. We got Kader Kohu, Artie, and Jason Maitre.
We need a boundary. That's what we need. Oh, actually, I changed my mind. We need a safety.
You're not wrong. But this is why I show you guys based on what we need. Are we feeling okay having Ashton Davis and Ife Melifonwu as our starting safeties with Patrick McMorris and Elijah Campbell as backups? I need at least one legit starter. That's where
Watts.
I'm at.
Let's go to Watts.
Deion Walker with the 3rd round pick. We need a safety more than a corner. Exactly. I personally think the safety is much bigger need right now because you can manage the corner position with the guys we have. You have zero room in that safety position. Okay, nope, forget it. Okay, look at this. So we got Kenneth Grant, we got Xavier Watts. These are 2 starters, ladies and gentlemen. 2 starters. Now we got to continue to go with defense. Let's check out the corners. Let's see who's still available. This might be a little bit high while we're picking at 98. Let me check out defensive line.
We can double down at safety.
Let me see.
Would that even make sense?
Deion Walker. I don't even know if Deion Walker is available.
He's gone. He was already drafted.
He was already drafted, right? I didn't think I saw him be available, so they got some decent corners in here. Demetrius Knight. Let's see. I'm just curious what. Yeah. Linebacker out of South Carolina.
Would it make sense to double down getting Xavier Watts and then getting a strong safety, or you don't want two rookies?
I don't want two rookies. No. I mean, don't get me wrong. Mukuba, not bad.
He's a free
Not bad.
safety. I like Lathan
But
Ransom. He's more of the strong safety, the enforcer.
yeah, but I don't think I want to do two because I'm looking for starters. And I don't think having two starting safeties is very smart.
Two starting rookies as safeties that scares you
I
a little
mean,
bit.
two starting rookies, yeah. Knight is a good linebacker, but he's old. I think he's like 25, 26. I don't mind the eight. That just tells me he played a full college career, which means I hold him at a higher rate than any guy coming out
He can
after
start
two
right
years.
away because, like an older guy
Exactly.
like that,
Exactly.
the
That
one.
see, if it's a rookie like that that's got 4 or 5 years of college experience, I feel much better than somebody that just played 2 years and then went to the draft. But that's
Go
just
to
me.
corner again. Uh, I like Denzel Burke, but I just saw his height. He's actually shorter than I thought. I thought he was 6'1". He's actually 6'5'10", but he has a 6'1" wingspan. His arms are very long.
Here's the defensive line, Mr. Polk. Great point, Mr. Thank you, Kimmel. Appreciate you, man.
Is there
Appreciate you.
edge? Any
You
good
know
edge
what?
right
Let's
now?
take a look at the edge. No. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, but remember, we're picking. This is the top 3 rounds. These are starters. We need starters. We gotta hit. If we don't manage to capitalize on trading back in that first round, which is most likely what's gonna happen to us, then we gotta find starters. Starters. And I think that we
Mm,
have with these two positions already.
that's the issue. I think most of the corners available now are not really starters right away.
Man, he's like Demetrius Knight. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go with the linebacker. I mean, it's not like we have linebackers or anything like that.
Yeah, we need a young guy to be behind like a Jordan Brooks.
Right.
Sorry, if you hear snoring, that's my dog.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So we've got, and I know their edges in Jalen Phillips and Brownlee, and the way we treat Chop and Quentin Bell, Tyrell Dodson and Jordan Brooks. I get it. We need somebody younger behind these two guys. So you said his name 3 times. Let's go draft Mr. Knight. Look at that. Hey, we got 3. We got straight A's in this draft. Let's go. Let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, in our defensive draft that we just did, all defense in the top 3 rounds, we got Kenneth Grant, starting defensive lineman, Xavier Watts, starting safety, and Demetrius Knight, starting linebacker. Or
You should do a
it
mock
might be a
draft,
backup.
another one, Miss Fins, where it's a hybrid, a mix of offense and defense.
Well, yeah, that's the third one. That's why I have it already prepped.
Hmm.
I wanted to go ahead and do the offense one and the defense one first. Now we're gonna go ahead and do no, definitely gonna be fast. We're gonna do one that is both offense and defense. And I don't need coupons.
Miss Fins, if we draft a offensive tackle like a Membu, do you feel that we're giving up on Patrick Paul already?
No. Because we're gonna pretend like we don't like I've never heard of a team that has too many tackles and that be a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but does it feel like
A wasted pick.
we've done this? Like we've done this multiple times.
Everything the
The kid
Dolphins do,
hasn't
we've done
developed
it.
yet, and then we draft a tackle. It feels like we're already giving up on him like
Not
that.
at all. I don't see it that way. If
Oh, you
anything,
don't.
step up, man. That's all. I mean, there's nothing else that I can say. So this was the mix, guys. We're doing our regular standard. We're gonna go defense, offense. Get out of here with this lame trade. Reject, reject, reject.
What the hell?
Let's go
What are
ahead.
these
I
trade?
don't know.
I like Shamar Stewart.
Okay, so hold on, guys. So this is we gotta go again. We have 3 rounds. We got 3 picks. We have to get 3 starters in offense and defense for this draft. Let's see who they have available overall. Obviously, running backs, wide receiver, edge, but nope, those are not starters. Calvin Banks, offensive tackle. Let's go with the most glaring needs that we have. Defensive lineman, interior guard. So these are 2 of the main positions we desperately need. If you don't believe me, let's take a look. Anybody feel comfortable with Mac Dickerson as starting opposite of Zach Zeeler? Because last time I checked, absolutely not. At least I'm not okay with that. That's just
Yeah,
me.
and Miss Fins, actually, this is where I want to say something. Go, this Alfred Collins, the guy from Texas, is a starter, but he's not getting as much hype because of the fact that there's other tackles above him. Like he's as good, he's as talented as those guys. It's just that he doesn't get a ton of hype. He's not getting a ton of hype.
Got it. What's up, Dolphins to the Mind? One of our awesome members. Thank you so much for coming through. No, you make a good point. You kind of are making a good point, but I gotta stick to what we need here because look, I get it. Even safety, we need a starting safety.
I like Nick better than Malachi.
So this is where we're at right now. You know what I mean? Remember, Mike Green's still on the board. Yeah, but no, I'm not picking. Even though watch Mike McDaniel pick Mike Green. That would be such a Mike McDaniel pickup, man. That would piss me
How
off
about
so much.
McMillan? Tetra McMillan.
No,
You don't need
no,
a receiver.
no. I'm not. That would piss me off. If it's
Get a
not a
receiver.
defensive tackle or a safety or an interior guard, don't talk to me. What's up, Mr. Paul? Let's not forget we need a 3rd quarterback, even if you get him in later. We only have to. Yeah. But that's later. What's up, Shekel? Welcome, welcome. We're only doing the top 3 rounds, and we need starters. So, are we doing? What's up, Tim? Welcome.
Morning. How y'all doing?
Hey
We're
Tim.
good. We're good. Talk to me, sir. What are we thinking?
All right, so I'm thinking either Nick Monroe or Kenneth Grant.
Which one do you think is the biggest glaring need we need a starter in?
Kenneth Grant.
Thank you. Now, do you agree, Anthony, or do you think we
No
should stick with
safety.
safety?
Honestly, safety scares me a little bit more than the defensive tackle. To be honest.
Question though.
But you right. You right. But we still have a chance to get Justin Simmons or ain't too many good D linemen in free agency.
Oh, not in free agency. No. We gotta get him now. But this is what I think he means. So you've got because we can still have a possibility of getting Watts later, even though I don't think he'll be available at 48. There's still a couple guys that are gonna be all right. Now, with the defensive lineman, there are definitely other guys we can get past this.
Yeah,
This is
like I said, Alfred Collins is as talented as Grant. Like, Tim, the kid from Texas is as talented as Grant. He's just
You
not
right.
getting. And he's a freak athlete. He's 6'6", 320.
JJ Pegasus too from Ole Miss, I believe. I forget. I think Ole Miss. He played fullback, tight end, and D line.
Yeah,
so
But
so I
he's
think
like a
I
projected
think we
fourth
go
round
with
pick.
safety first, then draft then draft the defensive tackle at at
40.
48. Is it 48?
Yeah, 48. Which again, we'd still have Watts. So I don't think that's such a. I mean, not Watts. Sorry, we'd still have we still have other guys available, in my opinion, that we can probably do. And if Alfred Collins is available, or even Deion Walker, I actually do like Deion Walker too.
And
Omar
we need a.
is another one that I like as well. Um,
I like Zach, but he's more of a three technique. We need that true nose tackle. And
yeah,
Kenneth Grant to me is not really a true nose like people think he is. He's more of a three tech where he can switch to defensive end. We need a true nose tackle, and that's what Alfred Collins is. He's a true space eater nose tackle that we've been wanting the past 3
okay.
years.
So we're going safety then. I think safety has to be it here, for this one. But this is the debate I keep hearing. No, we need to get Nick. We need to get Malachi. We like who are we getting as a safety if we do if we put this focus on them? What do you think, Tim?
For
I like
me,
Nick
it's Nick.
Amaru. Yeah, me too. I
Yeah,
feel like Malik Starks is overhyped. I mean, not saying he ain't a great player, but I just feel like
because he goes to
because he
Georgia.
went to Georgia, right?
Yeah, no, and the reason why I'm saying Nick too is because he basically fits the type of safety that Weaver wants. Because he had Nick basically plays the same style as the guy he had in Baltimore. What's his name? Uh,
I know you're talking about. I forget his name.
Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton.
Guess who's available, people? Alfred Collins is available. Tyleek Williams is also available too. Let's see. So we got that. Let me just see guard. Ooh. Donovan Jackson's available, guys, at 48. That would be
Ooh, I ain't gonna
Can
lie.
you look
That
at
that do
tackle?
sound appealing.
Can you look at
That
tackle real quick?
that sound appealing.
we need a guard. Like, I mean, I love
And Donovan
Liam.
Jackson. I
Can
like
you look
Donovan
at
Jackson
tackle real
because he
quick,
can play
Miss
guard and
Fins?
tackle.
Let's see tackle real quick. You talking about offensive tackle, right?
Yeah, offensive tackle.
Yeah. Josh Connolly Jr., Rionte
Surgery.
Urgery, thank you. Wyatt Million, Cameron Williams, nah. And guys, remember, we're picking right now. This is pick 98. Oh, 48. Sorry, this is pick 48. And I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Donovan
Donovan Jackson my
Jackson's
favorite right now.
he's a starting guard. Like, and look, this is why
I
I like
like
to bring it back.
Donovan is a power guy. Like
Look at
they're saying,
this.
I've seen the scouting reports for him. They don't think he's gonna do well in the zone. In zone blocking, the type of scheme that the Dolphins do, he's more of a. Even though he plays it in Ohio State, a lot of scouts are saying they're worried about his mobility at the guard position. He's gonna be more of he's gonna be more of the power gap scheme that you see for teams like a Dallas or something like that, or a Seattle and stuff like that. They're worried about his feet being able to pull in the long run.
You make a really good point, man. You're making a really good point.
Is it
Let
too? Is
me
it a
take a
reach
look.
to get a Tate Ratledge right now, or
Yeah, I think that'll be a reach on the
I
third
mean,
round probably.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe the third round. Now I'll tell you this right now. They've got obviously we already know Josh Simmons is top 4, but then they got Gray Zabel ranked 5th overall as O lineman. Connerly, he's up there ranked as well.
some of the tackles though? Uh, t- uh, Tim, they're actually saying that some of these guys are gonna have to move to
To
to guard.
guard.
to guard permanently, like a Banks or a Membu, because they're afraid that their feet are not they don't have the feet to stay out on the perimeter and stuff like that. They have the length and stuff, but their feet are worrisome when it comes to staying at the tackle position when you're dealing with a pass rusher and stuff like that on the outside. So guys like
I agree.
Banks, because Banks, they say that about Membu Banks and the other guy that we been wanting, the guy from LSU, Campbell. They're saying those guys have to probably move to guard permanently because of the fact that most scouts don't think their feet are great enough to stay at the tackle position. Instead,
So let me tell you a couple things real quick about Donovan Jackson. His hand placement can run a little bit wide. At least that's a scouting report. So it leaves his chest exposed to counter moves. But I feel like that's something that maybe with coaching you can kind of get a little bit better at.
does he have
And
power? Does he get overpowered? Does it say one of his weaknesses that he gets overpowered
no,
by
he's got
big
core
defense?
strength. And he's anchor ready for the NFL. He's
Okay.
NFL ready already.
And
Watch him
I'm sorry.
stone rush attempts. Um, he's good when it comes to any rushing attempts or anything like that are gonna power drive him. He's really good at that, and he's got elite football IQ.
What are the scouts on Jonah Salvanea
What were
from
you gonna say,
Arizona?
Tim? While I look up Jonah.
What I like about Donovan Jackson is, let's say Teron Armstead retired, he don't come back, and
Mm-hmm.
if Patrick Paul don't work out, we can just kick Donovan Jackson the left tackle.
But
It
if
gives you
he's
an option.
if he's a guard, doesn't that mean he doesn't have the feet to be a tackle? Like that's
I mean, all I'm saying is during the college playoff, man. I mean, I know it's different from college and NFL, but he looked pretty daggone good out there.
well, or was he playing tackle for Ohio State?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he plays tackle for Ohio State.
Yeah, but
Um, Jonah Savanea.
mhm.
Let's see here. Limited lateral agility affects his ability to recover when beaten. Athletic limitations become apparent against speed rushers, forcing him to open up his hips early and creating vulnerability to inside counter moves.
That's what.
But,
Are they
but
scouting him as a tackle? Is that tackle scouting? Because
yeah, well, they have him as a multi-role offensive line, but they're scouting him. I guess in this one, yeah, as a tackle is what they have him listed as,
mhm,
not
a
not
guard.
guard. But they are saying though from this report, exceptional spatial awareness when uncovered, devastating snatch trap technique, neutralizing long arm rushers, shows impressive patience and timing with his punch, which is also a good thing, and massive frame with rare thickness through his core and limbs, creating an imposing presence that smaller defenders struggle to navigate around.
Hmm.
So
I would, but
I
yeah,
like him, but he's more like a. I mean, that's why he's at 60. You see, versus being
I like Donovan,
rated
but
higher.
like I said, just because he plays that spread offense in college doesn't mean it's going to translate into the NFL. Because I the scouting report I'm looking at is Kyle Krabs and Tony Pauline, and they say that they worry about him uh being able to be successful in a spread or like a the type of schemes that what's it called, that San Francisco and Miami run, where they need the guards to pull. They don't think he
Hmm.
has the mobility to pull to either side. So they think he might be more a power gap, like a Cleveland or something like that, or Dallas, teams that just want the guy to do head on blocking and stuff like that. So that's what scares me about Donovan. The scouting reports I'm seeing from like a Kyle Krabs or other guys like that are saying that he might not have the athleticism to pull, and that's what we do. A lot of outside runs. We don't do a ton of
You're
inside
right, but
stuff.
it's because we don't have the O line. We did in 23 where we were able to allow A-Chain go in between the tackles if it was the A gap or the B gap. But the problem is we don't have that O line right now because guess who we no longer have? Rubber Hunt, which we should have gotten Graham Barton last year, and it would have already taken care of that position. We wouldn't be here looking for another interior O lineman.
Honestly, I would draft a tackle. Like I said, most of these tackles that you see, like a Connerly and stuff like that, are going to be guards in the NFL and stuff like that. So, except Ursery, Ursery's going to be he's a tackle. So I think a Connerly would be draft Connerly and move him to guard because he's a guard in the NFL. That's what most reports say.
Okay, so we've got multiple positions that we got to take care of. D lineman, definitely one of them. Obviously, we need starters. We already got our safety, guard, and offensive tackle. Those are the two which
How about corner?
obviously we need to do it. Corner right now, no. We can probably do that third, but I can't leave without offense. This might seem like a reach, but what do you think when it comes to defensive linemen? If we don't go,
I don't think it's a reach,
these.
honestly. If you draft either Tyleek Williams or Alfred Collins, it's not a reach. It's not as bad as you think it is. It's only like a 3 or 4 spot difference from 48 to 56. And if I'm doing the math correct, is that like how many spots difference is 56 from where we're drafting to where he's
8
being
spots.
projected? That's not that bad. It's not as bad as reach as you think.
Okay. So what are we thinking, Timothy? Which positions do you think we should focus on?
I don't like Liam as a starter. So I would say Donovan Jackson.
You know what? You don't like Williams at all? What about
No, no, no,
Collins?
no, no. I like both of them. I like this whole D line class, but also I feel like we can get another starter player at round 3.
For D lineman.
Yeah.
Okay. So Donovan Jackson over Jonas Savannah.
See, that's hard. That's hard. I see your argument. I really do. I really do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Takeo Williams, it is.
Yeah, the mobility issue. What I saw, Tim, in the scouting reports for a guy like Donovan Jackson, and we tend to do a lot of pulling with our running game. Like we do a lot of outside runs. Like in general,
So Jonah might be better at that then.
Yeah, I like Jonah better for that.
Tim, what do you think? Chat, what do you think?
Yeah, y'all convince me. Y'all convince me. Y'all convince me.
I'm not trying to convince everybody, but I want us to collectively do it because we have too many positions. You know what I mean? But do we feel? I feel like we can still manage at 98. Get somebody, get a starter and defensive line. You know what I mean?
No,
check
TJ,
out before we. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead, Tim.
Check out linebacker. I just want to be curious to see who out there. Well, no, we good. We good.
Yeah.
Is there any good corners available, Miss?
Let's see. These are the corners available right now.
Nah. Honestly, we should go Alfred Collins, to be honest. Because to me, our fan base has been complaining the past 3 or 4 years, Tim, that we don't have a defensive tackle that defends the run that well. we always have or since we let Christian Wilkins go, our defense, our run defense has been horrible.
Really? Because last time I checked, we were ranked 6th in allowing the least amount of touchdowns.
No, except for last year, they point out the previous years before that, our defense, our run defense was ranked like in the low 20s and stuff like that.
Let's see about that. Because I love. Let's see 2023. Our team defense. We were ranked 22nd, but our defense itself, when it comes to rushing, right? Because that's what we run stopping.
Yeah.
We were ranked 7th when it came to least amount of rushing yards allowed. We were ranked 17th in rushing touchdowns allowed. Not too bad in 2023.
How about 2022?
Let's see here. Let's go previous season. 2022. Literally the exact same stats. We ranked 4th in rushing yards allowed. So we were 4th best and ranked 17th in rushing touchdowns allowed.
So
And
it's not as bad as people make it out to be.
It isn't.
Yeah.
And even last year, again, we were ranked 9th in rushing yards allowed, 7th in rushing touchdowns allowed.
Okay, let's go with the offensive line then.
Now we really are confusing people here. Yeah. Yeah, you see, you gotta bring it in. That's why I gotta bring in the stats for you guys to make sure. Okay, so look, final thought. We need a starting defensive tackle regardless because look, Matt Dickerson.
Really? Or Benito Jones.
Yeah.
I just can't with Benito Jones. I like him as a backup. I'm not saying I don't like Benito Jones. I like him as a backup. And with those stats, hey, he held his own. You know what I mean? But I need somebody else. Like I need, even if let's say the rookie we got doesn't necessarily start right away, I need him to be his replacement immediately by like week 3. Like I just can't. And let's see here. And guard. I'm not gonna disrespect him. No, I'm not disrespecting Liam like people want to disrespect him because the man is just a product of what the Dolphins have turned him out to be. But Liam,
yeah, you know what? If Liam as a backup, I'm okay with it. But Liam as a starter, I'm not okay with it.
Exactly. So I think if we get Jonah, I think it's good. But I know you mentioned Donovan Jackson. Let's go Donovan Jackson. I'm okay with having Jackson here. I think it'll be a good pickup. We need a starter. And I know what you mentioned, Anthony, but sometimes you're going to make executive decisions. So,
yeah. I'm going to be like, I'm okay with the pick, but I'm still hesitant because of the scouting reports I've seen with him.
I get it. You know what? They're not always right, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you this: we definitely need these positions to be starters.
I like,
and I think Donovan will start. So we got our safety, we got our offensive lineman. Now we need the defensive tackle, right? I mean, linebacker.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We can get him in the 4th, but right now we're only doing the top 3. We need a starting defensive lineman.
Norman Lott.
Yep, thank you. I don't even need to think about it. I was gonna say the same thing. Look at that, and they give us an A+. Yo, shout out to this draft.
But if we was doing a B+
for Nick, did they feel it was a reach?
No, because they still have
Malachi above him.
Yeah, they have him above him. But what were you saying, Tim?
If we were doing a full round, on the fourth round, I'll take JJ Pegasus.
Really?
Yeah, JJ Pegasus.
Okay.
He's pretty good. He play D line, fullback, and tight end.
Yeah, the only issue that I have with guys that are, flexible, which is never a bad thing, is that they tend to be more backups eventually because they're not specializing in any one position.
Right,
Unless
right, right.
unless you get somebody or a team that knows, okay, I got a guy that can do all
or
this.
that are desperate.
Yeah. Then, maybe they might have them play within two, maybe one main position and a couple snaps in the other. But it's just me personally. I prefer a guy that kind of focuses on, unless it's like a guard, like old lineman. You know what I mean? Like that's then okay. You can switch between sides as a guard, and need be if you're able to, you can come in as center. Like that, I'm okay with. It's just the man you said the tight end, wide receiver. What else?
No,
And yes,
uh, tight end, fullback, and D line. JJ Pegasus.
man. Then that means then
So,
I'm
so
I'm
I
putting
have
him
a
in the D
question for
line
both
then.
of you, Tim and Miss Finns.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
This has to do with the draft in general. I know this is a Dolphins channel, but when you guys look at a Travis Hunter, do you guys see him more as a corner or a receiver? Doesn't like in general. Do you guys
I
see
said
him more
receiver.
as an elite corner or an elite receiver?
I said
I
receiver. Just my opinion.
I think based on his frame, and this is not disrespecting him, I think that he would make it out better as a receiver and have a longer career than a
In a
corner,
corner?
in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, the guy is a hawk, and one thing I love about him is his not just his spatial awareness when he's playing corner, but also to um active hands. Like for me, like in defense, I love active hands. The guy's got four interceptions, um 11 pass defended, 35 tackles, and this is while also playing wide receiver. So it's not like he's always looking for the ball, whether it's offense or defense. I really like that. He's 6 feet, 188 pounds. I just didn't he would make out better as a receiver, especially when he ran a 4.4 in his 40 time. I would rather have him as a receiver, in my opinion.
Yeah, I. This is where I disagree with you. I think he would be a good. I think because of who was his coach in college. I think he would be more of an elite corner than a receiver, to be
You
honest,
know, that's a great point. That's a great point. I ain't thought
because
about it
of
like that.
Dion coaching him.
Right.
And when you look at his how he plays corner position, he basically. I'm not saying he's gonna be Dion, but his playing style reminds me a little of how. If you ever seen Dion play with the Cowboys, that's how he played. He was all up in your
Grill.
up in the air, up in your grill all the time, and that's how Travis Hunter plays. And I think he would get. I don't think he would be as elite receiver as people think he is because you have other guys at the position, and I don't think and unless a team is bad, do you guys think NFL franchises get allow him to play both positions at the same time?
It wouldn't be smart, in my opinion. You're gonna wear out your player. Like, yeah, he can. He'll have a 3-year career, 4-year career, 5-year career.
But it's not going to be a 10-year if you stay
No,
at
it's
one
not.
position.
It's not gonna be 10 years, 15. If he goes out, depends on what he wants to do. If he goes out as a wide receiver, he could have a 15-year career, in my opinion, and be
If he goes out
you know
as a DB,
as
you
a
think it's shorter?
yeah 10 years, man, 12 maybe. But I will tell you this: you are not wrong, sir, and I give it to you right now. He's great when it comes to man press and when it comes to coverage as well. And he's really good at the zone. So
Yeah, and
As a
I agree with you.
corner,
The
it's a
realistically,
more compelling argument.
I think
But
he has more potential. To me, he has more potential to be a superstar at corner than receiver.
I mean, yeah, but you have to think, what's more important to him at the end of the day. It's got to be what's more important to him. Does he want the money? Because if he wants the money, wide receiver all day.
Yeah,
Corners get money, but they don't get wide receiver money. You know what I mean?
but I
Like
think the
how
corner
much is the
position. I'm not sure if you guys agree with me because the league is a pass heavy league. The corner position is starting. It's not cat. It's right below. It's starting to catch up in terms of money, but it's not there yet. But the corners are gonna start getting paid a lot more because the receivers are getting faster. And I don't think I like Travis, but I don't think, like I said, I like him as a receiver, but he's more of a, to me, he's more of a corner, and he's gonna be more of a. There's not as much competition to be a great receiver in the NFL, a great corner. You have great corners, but they're few and
mm,
far between compared to the
defensive
receiver
player of the
position.
year?
Yes.
So you think he'll get the DPOI if he goes corner versus getting offensive
Yeah,
player of the
he
year?
has a higher chance of winning the best the DPOY than offensive player of the year because that position or receiver the best receiver because you have remember you have Justin Jefferson, you have
True.
Tyreek, you have Jamar Chase,
There
and
is a lot more competition. You are right. If he wants the glory, yeah, man. Like, and plus, when you're corner, you're not entirely relegated to the type of quarterback you have. Like as a wide receiver, the quarterback that you have makes a huge difference
how
in
you develop.
well, not just how you develop, but in what you can produce. When you have a quarterback that's limited, it could affect your numbers a lot. But
to
as a
to
corner, not I wasn't even thinking of him, but as a corner, I mean, it's you versus your assignment. You know what I mean? Like whoever your assignment is or whatever zone you're assigned to, that's one on one. So yeah, hey, you make a
yeah,
compelling
no,
argument.
and I agree with you. No, unless you're desperate, like the only teams that would do that is like allow him to play both positions at the same time is teams who are desperate for both a corner and a receiver. But as a whole, I don't think a team in the top 10 is desperate for both positions at the same time and stuff
Mm.
like that. And
Well, I don't know because I heard what do you call it? Uh,
Cleveland,
Patriots. Patriots. I heard the Patriots are looking into perhaps doing that. Now let me show you. Let me pull it up real quick to show
that's
you guys.
idiotic. Like, to me, that's idiotic. You're going to cause him to get more. Because I can't remember who said, I think it was Mel Kiper said, I think it's a mistake allowing this kid to play both sides of the ball because you can't for a 17 game season you can't have him be guarded by the best corners in the league and him guarding the best receivers in the league because you're gonna wear him out way too
Yep.
fast.
Yep. I agree with 1,000%. 27 days, ladies and gentlemen. 10 hours, 29 minutes, and 4 seconds left till the NFL draft. And these are the top 10 teams right now. You got Tennessee, Cleveland, Giants, New England, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, Jets, Carolina, New Orleans, and Chicago.
Chicago.
I don't think that any of these teams are gonna be like, no, we're not gonna take him because we don't need to. Wait, they're gonna be like, well, he's gonna either play one or the other. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I don't think Tennessee stays at number one. I think they trade out.
We'll see. Depends on who's thirsty. I don't know. This is a weird draft. Too many guys are getting moved too high and too low. Like the consensus number ones and twos, or like the consensus top three have changed like 8 different times in the last like 3 weeks. It's ridiculous.
It's not like I
Delusional
think it's
says,
and I think it's this proves that this draft like it's deep, but it doesn't have that superstar player. I don't
yeah,
think
there's no
Travis
like,
is a great player, but I don't think he's as a generational talent as people make him out to be.
yeah. I just, it's crazy.
I let him play 80 on offense, learning the
Yeah,
routes from
from
Diggs.
days
Yeah.
and 20% on defense because we run man. And I'll tell you this, shout out to the Patriots. They got Stephon Diggs. Right now he's trying to make a comeback into the AFC East. Well, not trying. He is making a comeback to the AFC East. There's a play style to him that I've always appreciated, said Mike Vrabel on Stephon Diggs. I'm really annoyed by the Patriots. I can't stand them because they're making some decent moves this offseason. We'll see what they do with the draft. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, Miles Garrett, any team that's gonna go too far needs a quarterback. This is what he's saying about his own team. What do you think the Browns are gonna do it too? Because that would be interesting. They need
If
a
Tennessee
quarterback.
does it, if Tennessee drafts Abdul Carter, I think they go Cam Ward.
Yeah. What do you think, Tim? I think Tim might be working. It's okay. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, I did have some more. Let's see here.
Do you have any? Do you think there's gonna be any crazy trades during the draft, like where a team gives up a whole bunch of? Do you think any of the quarterbacks are worth
No
giving up
one in
like your
this
whole
draft.
future?
Nobody in this draft is worth the future. Nobody. Nobody.
There's
Nobody.
no
Nobody.
there's no Aaron Rodgers, or there's not really
No,
a Joe
defensive
Burrow.
lineman is a deep class. There's some
The
decent
sexy
running backs
picks are
here.
not the non-sexy picks are the deepest.
Yeah, I
The
just don't
trenches
see
are
anybody else that's gonna. There's no real
superstar at the quarterback
need
position.
right now. There's no real need and no real like, holy smokes, you got to get this guy kind of. No, I just don't.
Yeah, and I've said this. I like both Ward and Sanders, but they both have serious issues. Ward tends to throw the. I like that he has confidence in the arm, but you can't be doing what he does in the NFL, where he throws into areas where he's not supposed to, and he causes turn. He tends to cause too many turnovers and stuff like that. But Sanders has the other issue where he causes too many sacks because he holds the ball way too long. He's like Tua kind of. You know how Tua tends to hold the ball a little bit too long.
Yeah,
But you don't think there's not really a player in this draft that's worth giving up your future like
there's
that's a
nobody in
generational
this draft.
talent.
There's absolutely nobody in this draft like that. So it's no point whatsoever, man.
Unless the team
Anyway,
is desperate.
that is true. But ladies and gentlemen, I gotta skedaddle. It's Friday. I appreciate all you guys. Anthony, thank you so much for coming up here. Tim, the Finn man, thank you so much, guys, for coming through. That was a fun draft. And just to recap, hey, we did the all offense, the all defense, and we did the in between, the mixed regular draft. I appreciate both of you gentlemen for coming through. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see here. Boom. Oh, actually, no, because I want to show you real quick. So this is our all offense, ladies and gentlemen. We did the top 3 rounds in our all offense. Top 3 rounds. We did Armand Membu, offensive tackle. Missouri. We did Gray Zabel, interior lineman, North Dakota State. Jaden Higgins, wide receiver, Iowa State. Caleb Johnson, running back, Iowa. Luke Lachey, tight end, Iowa. I know we sit in the Midwest, but it is what we got. Okay. Then we did our all defense draft, and we got Kenneth Grant, 13th overall out of Michigan. That's her defensive lineman. Xavier Watts, safety out of Notre Dame, and Demetrius Knight, linebacker out of South Carolina. Really good draft in this defensive draft, very much so. And then for our regular draft, ladies and gentlemen, we got 13th, Nick Emawari, safety out of South Carolina. We got Donovan Jackson, guard or interior lineman, out of Ohio State. And then defensive lineman, we got Omar Norman Lott, ladies and gentlemen, out of Tennessee. So we got 3 different drafts available for you. This was pretty awesome. I appreciate you guys for a nice Friday. And again, thank you to Anthony Manzano and Tim coming up here, having fun with us. It's always a great thing whenever you're doing this, and it's a lot of fun. I'll tell you that. It's a lot of fun for sure. So guys, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I agree with you, LA Rams. Aaron Rodgers needs to retire already. I'm over him. I think there may be a lot of small trades. Maybe you'll probably see a little bit more trades within like the second, maybe third or fourth round. You know, I heard Oliver described as arrogance, describing Lawrence. Oh, Jake. I don't know if I read that right. We'll leave it there. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming through. Really do appreciate it again. It's Friday. Thank you. I'm so happy. We will catch you guys on Monday. Thank you so much for coming through. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Let's have fun. And be safe this weekend, okay? Take care, guys. And as always, bye-bye.